Hey, good morning, church family. Welcome back to the Ride In. It's Thursday morning, March 13th. I hope you're having a good day so far. I'd ask if you would to keep praying for the Sportsman's Dinner. It's coming up a week from Saturday. Also, let folks know about it. Invite somebody out. It's going to be a great event. I want to give you a sneak peek this morning into our Sunday morning message, at least a part of it. I'm excited to get into the prayer of the Apostle Paul here as he addresses the Colossian people and his specific things that he prays for them and about them. And it's in terms of their Christian growth. And I've just really been blessed as I've meditated upon this prayer of Paul as I consider my own prayer life for myself and for those who I minister to. In that prayer, he talks about, we're going to kind of divide it up into the source and to the surprise. And one is, of course, the source of power. Paul he's dealing with a problem in the church where there's false teaching and things that need to be addressed in that area. And it is a battle. It's a battle in every church, a battle for every overseer, to be sure that false doctrine doesn't creep into the church, because false teaching always leads to the wrong kind of living. And Epaphras was dealing with this, and he enlisted Paul's help. Just seems like, if you read between the lines, it's something that was kind of above his pay grade. He needed the help of the great apostle, and Paul just was praying for these people that they would be strengthened with might from God, spiritual might, the power of God. And what I just want to encourage you in this morning is the battle of the Christian life is a different kind of battle. We have to be careful that we don't look at our battles with a worldly mindset or with a carnal mindset. Paul told the Corinthians that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Or he told that to the Ephesians. The Corinthians says, how did he say it? I can't remember the words now. But it's not a carnal warfare. And we're not to fight in the ways the world fights when it comes to our spiritual battles. Jesus teaches us, when in terms of our enemies, what do? Pray for our enemies. Do good to them. Bless those that curse you. Jesus was the greatest example as he went to the cross of how he endured it. And as Paul gets into this prayer to the Colossian people, he's going to mention some very surprising virtues to go into a war. Ones that you wouldn't necessarily think of. But he prays for them that they would, with long suffering and patience, with joyfulness. Think of that. It's very important that we embrace these virtues into our lives. The Spirit of God will produce these character traits in our lives when we walk closely with the Lord, and when we abide in Him, when we walk in the Spirit, when we spend time in prayer, when we spend time with Jesus. We're not going to be this proud, arrogant, narcissistic, condescending, power-hungry, controlling, leveraging person. That's not the way Christians fight their battles. We rely on the Lord, and we let God fight our battles, and we use the truth to fight our battles, to declare what it is that we believe, what it is that's false, what it is that's true, with the sword of the Spirit. But as we engage with people, And this is one thing I'm learning, the importance of debate, the importance of having a conversation about things. You've got to do it with the right spirit. And there's going to be times where you feel like you just don't want to keep dealing with this. You want to quit. You want to give up. You want to get frustrated. You want to get in the flesh. And he speaks of long-suffering and patience with joyfulness. And I want to encourage you to keep on, Christian. There'll always be a battle to fight. There's never time in church life where there isn't an attack from the evil one. Satan hates the church. And he's not just going to walk away unless we're not doing anything for him to fight. But he wants to destroy the church of God. And he'll use every means possible. Creating discord, raising up false teaching, false beliefs, using gossip and backbiting, and having people rise up with the wrong type of spirit, pride, arrogance, self-willed. So many things. We could go on and on. But as Paul prayed for these people, he reminded them through his prayer that they needed to be strengthened with God's power, with the power of the Lord. This is not a battle we can fight in our own strength. This is not a battle we can fight just relying on our own wisdom and experience and ability. The battle is the Lord's. It's the Lord's battle, and we must rely on him to strengthen us. And we must employ his weapons, his tools. In that section where Paul talks to the Corinthians about not using carnal means, he says, I beseech you by the meekness, I think he says the meekness and lowliness of Christ, something like that. And goes on to speaking about spiritual warfare. I mean, it's the graces of the Christian life that are so important in the battle, because in terms of engaging our enemy, if you want to look at it from a human perspective, the people to win those battles is not to destroy the people that we are in opposition to. It's not to put our foot on their chest and say we're right and you're wrong. It's to win them. It's to love them. It's to pray for them. It's to try to help them see the error of their way. And we don't do that by destroying them and beating them down and being righter, but by declaring truth, yes, but with the Spirit of Christ. And through perseverance, long-suffering, patience, with joyfulness. That'll make all the difference in the world. I want to encourage you to don't let the spirit of the opposition, don't let your flesh get the best of you in the entanglement of the daily battle. Stay joyful. Keep pressing forward with God's strength. And in the long run, if we can do that, I think we'll see victories in ways that we've never seen them before. And we'll find people that were on the opposite end of an entanglement, not defeated by us, but united with us. Isn't that something? Wouldn't that be interesting? That's the Christian way. We're going into the battlefield to rescue people, to pull them out of the fire, to bring them to God, to our captain, to find healing and wholeness and help. It's something to think about. I hope that's helped you today, Christian. I love you. Have a great Thursday. Keep your eyes on Christ. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.